What's up, Rayhan? Doing your thing because the quirks are killing me hard. I understand the quirks, it's more like I forget what the quirks are. That's my problem. I had like 6 quirks, so they kinda end up crossing over each other. Light replacement kit. Yep, that's the idea. Now again, like I said, figuring it out is it's doable only if I remember, because it's like this. I think two of the quirks were doing the same thing, so they were crossing over each other. So in terms of the clues, that's a little bit of a flaw, where if a if two or three different quirks kind of does the same effect, it will make an odd smiley face on the later ones, not in the mid ones. So that one's very hard to figure out. So because they're crossing over, their symptoms are the same. Different triggers, but the same symptom. Forgot what I was doing. Electrician kit. Okay, done. Finally can do something. Yeah, like there was one. There was a quirk there where it was opening the left door. Both of them were opening the left door. That was the joke. Yeah, it's always the crossover stuff. If you rewatch the other streams, I kept reversing back. Whenever I correct 1 and 2, 3 and 4 becomes wrong. Whenever I correct 3 and 4, 1 and 2 becomes wrong. That was what was confusing me. I am reversing. Again, remember, I don't play this game consistently, so I'm not exactly 100% in tune with the game. I'm feeling my way back. I just started like a day ago. It's a different thing when you kind of play this every day, and you always repeat rinse a lot of stuff over and over, so it becomes clearer that way. I wouldn't say I'm not crazy, but if you see the amount of games I've finished, people could call me crazy as well. The difference with me is I just don't stay in one game for too long. I'm gonna try and clear this road. Maybe I can shortcut towards here to get there. How many games have you finished? Or about 10. Okay, I'm gonna send you a list. Just maybe type it out. This is in public anyway, so this is what a lot of people don't realize until they see it. Let's see if I can remember where I put it. this is the link. For my current games. Mm-hmm. 16 games? Gotcha. Now, that link, if you can click on it, those are the games that I played on stream. Live. And then, as for the rest, if I can find my other link, that's not the master list. Where's my master list? Because those are the modern games. Alright, here's the master list of the games I played as a kid. Before that other list that you saw was started. So if we're talking crazy, that's my version of crazy. All right, where was I? I think I used my mechanics kits. It did. There's healing kit. There's one mechanic kit. Probably gonna need an electrician. Can you build it from here? And you thought you played a lot of games? Uh-huh. Again, not tooting my own horn here, but from time to time you just gotta show your stuff, right? Not as free? Nah, I wouldn't call myself free. We all got our issues. Remember, like I said, I'm not as young as I sound like. So throughout the years, you accrue a lot of things that you're doing, that you can do, especially when what you're doing is a hobby. Because gaming is my hobby. Also, you notice that I don't have a specific genre. I play all the genres. That's interesting. That's good. Okie dokie. It's a little sucky, but yeah. How old are you? I cannot give you an exact number for, security's sake. But let's just say I'm well past the calendar, but not old enough to be a grandpa. Let's put it that way. Yet. Yeah, use your quirk solving mind to get a guesstimate. Oh, there we go, my dude. Well, definitely I can be your old man, your dude, your dadzos at that point. Let's just keep it at that for sure. So think about it. Can you imagine your folks playing a game at the same,
You want to know if I was involved?
let's just say, level as me?
More about where anomalies came from than you.
Let's start tweaking. Yeah, I know.
The only reason anyone knew anything about anomalies was because of the research branch that you four started to build.
Yes, and we developed ways to prevent anomalies, not create them.
You can't prevent something if you don't know where it's created in the first place.
So you did pick up a thing or two around us scientists.
Yeah. I only got a short time slot for this. Only got an hour, less than an hour to do my thing. So I'm probably just gonna pick up stuff, a little pre-farming. I'm just gonna unlock the road and maybe I'll come back later for a push. Your dad's parents are 50. Oh my god.
Anything coming out of your mouth.
That's the other thing.
Construction research lab was an abject failure.
Yeah, just imagine your grandpops playing a game.
Let it happen. By that point, the Lim project was in a bad way. Either it
Exactly. 100% agree.
Resources were sucking up, while the entire project was put
You know the other side of that saying?
depended on this technological quantum link that evaded us for decades. In response,
The partner saying for that saying is,
for every wonder on our thin air. Lim
yeah,
technology,
you grow old the moment you stop playing.
but it was done in progress. The powerless
Son of a oof.
disruption research branch was all I could do to soften the atrocities Arda unleashed in the name of
I know your parents. Oh, your parents are 50. Gotcha. Oh my god. Yeah. Well, just imagine your folks are playing with you and able to keep up with you. Feels weird, huh? If ever. Yep, we're getting out of here for sure. It's not worth the damage. Yeah, you doubt that? Don't worry. I know the feels. Not everybody can keep up with the times, and most of the time, everybody's folks just kind of stays there. I won't, never. You gotta keep going while you still can, right? Never stop while you still can. Because the moment you stop, that's when life catches up to you, and that's how they get you. Boomers are boomers. Yeah. I'd like to think I'm a slightly less boomer. Oh my god, everything's on the red for the car. I'm gonna have to do a repair. It sounds like a line from a song. Something some YouTuber said. Well, unfortunately, I'm not boomer. I only know a few, but don't follow them either. That's the thing. Oh god. Major oof. Good. Fixing time. That's a song. I remember that's a song back in the there is a song that kind of sounds like it. If I can remember what. Mm-hmm. Don't worry. If my memory gets jogged enough, I may remember where I heard it. But I'm pretty sure that came from a song somewhere. Please, how much damage we got? It's fine. Oh my god. Now that you mentioned it, I think that's it. That's a Rickroll. Wow, this light is super bright. Oh yeah, now remember, I need some pressure gauges also, so I can build the new motor. Sure. Yeah, the V2 motor thing. I was yeah, I forgot what it's called, but the engine upgrade. There's an engine upgrade, right? One sec, heard a message. Okay. Yeah, there's an engine upgrade that I wanted to do, but I was lacking the pressure gauges, as I wasn't able to do some proper farming. So that's basically what's this stream's gonna be, trying to get pressure gauges. Yep, that's it, level 2 engine. We're trying to get the level 4 engine. What's the level 4 engine? Oh. Oh la la. Olympium fragment, you get that in Deep Zone. I see. Well, we'll see. Who knows, I may get lucky and find a good bunch again. But as far as collecting stuff, I'm not gonna go full completionist. Just enough to push me through the game. Kind of waiting base with the pry bars, yeah. I mean, like I said, I only keep them until I need the spot. Then I can just scrap them later at a later point. I mean, why not, right? You need a magnetic hammer. Okay. Well, I don't got the points for it yet. We'll deal with it once we get to it. It's always raining. And it's always night. That's that somehow. Hopefully I can find some pressure things, so on my next run, if ever on the next stream, I'm gonna push in, see if I can get to the deep zone with a V2 engine. Probably gonna need it, right? It's cause when it's daytime, you're in the auto shop, and when you leave for a trip, it's night. You know, that actually makes sense. So my normal movement habit always makes me end up driving at night. Just like my streaming. Agreed. Is there a way to fast forward the time while you're in the garage, or are you just gonna be at mercy of RNG? I'm gonna have to go a little off-road for this. I see. You're really going full min-max. Oof. Min-max on this game, huh? That's a good thing, my dude. Attention to detail. Okay, I'm gonna have to ride out the storm, get the other two, then mass farm the science centers. I'm gonna bypass those houses first. Shit. And ride out the storm until I stay on the road. Assuming there is a road. Okay, storm not too bad. To be famous last words. Is there a light? Oh yeah, there it is. All right, we're good. No pressure stuff. Oh shit. Could have reacted sooner. Didn't think it would swerve that way, but I was kinda already sensing it. It's gonna turn around. There like a headlight, I mean a headlamp, so you always got a light on even when you're cutting stuff. This is annoying. Ah shit, it went down. Ariane, you know, you noticed you haven't had to crouch once this game. Why is that even a mechanic? You know what? You're right. Well, chances are they had something in mind and then they probably didn't push through with it. Usually that's always the case where they start cutting content. Because most games like these, usually, it's very hard to get people because it's a very niche game. So they're thinking that maybe if the game is too hard, where you require way too much of the gamer moves, it will shrink their potential audience base. Like for example, older folks or kids playing trying the game. So that they start chopping content off to simplify the game. But definitely I really like their atmosphere. My only gripe that I could say is more on game needs a little bit more sense of oh shit. Yeah, there's no universal game. But they can definitely improve on the sense of building up more, a little bit more, rather than right. Oh my god, the door broke off. Dude. The dude broke off. That's a first. So your parts can break off. I'm gonna have to address that issue now. Need more putty. Shit, no chems. Yeah, I mean, I get the idea that the parts are breaking off when it's damaged enough, but parts breaking off without being that much damage, that's new. It's new for me. And no more repairs. Yeah, I'm gonna have to keep farming the science bits. Send a message real quick. Okay. What else is in here? Nothing. Was that? It's not about health? What's health? What did I miss? That's the context. I see. Got you. Yeah, pretty much, I guess. Yeah, that's kind of what scares me. So you're saying that if something hits me at the right angle, anytime, I could actually lose the piece?
Somehow it's not making sense. Living between the districts. I'm making a lot, but I also am taking a home. The tracks are jumping on their own now. The rain is asking if I know how much it hurts when the earth agrees.
Yikes. Yeah, it's definitely gonna be a yikes. Look at that armored car. It's the volume going higher. I'm wasting power. So, are you 100% real when you said that when you build your own steel parts, armored parts, it has more HP? The radio doesn't use battery. Oh, okay then. That's gonna change things. Yeah, that's the only thing that kind of the reason why I keep keeping the car that quiet. Because I was thinking maybe it's also using up battery, so it's not worth it. Lasts longer, copy. Oh shit. Surprisingly, radio plays even when turned off. Maybe you have a headset on. That makes sense if you do. Oops. Ah, shite. Where's my hammer? If you recall, the character wore a headset when we arrived at Oppie's auto shop. Oh yeah, you're right. That's right. Makes sense now. Add it. Works. The logic works. I need a stupid amount of marsh eggs so I can keep building blowtorch. That's the expense for the putty. Pain. You could put item in the hotbar by just clicking on the number you want it to be while hovering. Oh, okay, that's gonna make it easier. Should have known that like what 15 hours ago. Okay. That would have saved quite a bit more clicking. Ouchie cakes. there's a rare achievement scan anomalies when the storm is approaching. I might have done that by accident, not sure. Or 752, I see. What, you're going full completionist? You have the itch? I see. Hey, that's a good thing. In healthy amounts. Go for it. Oh, look at that. Leads. Hearing something. Well, doing a completionist run is all good, but you gotta finesse it a bit. Highly recommend you kind of do the same thing as I'm doing, make a list. Any game you finish, put it on that list. So you always remember the things that you have accomplished. And who knows, other people might too. Any game you finish, any game you 100%, do it. List it down. You're already doing that? Perfect. Oh look, there's a fuel car truck thing. That's why you said you had 15 games. Oh, okay. I thought you just kind of remembered and gave me a ballpark number. Then fantastic then. Good. Yeah, because a lot of the other gamers nowadays, they no longer do that. You know, the thing where you're playing for the accomplishment, the sense of accomplishment. I mean, of course you play for the love of the game, 100%. But they're forgetting that it's still the nature of the game is being proud of actually playing the game and accomplishing things. You play for the story, you play for the immersion, the atmosphere. You're not just playing because it's the hottest trend right now and everybody's doing it. Oh. What the? Why is the door showing up? Through doors. It threw doors at me. Probably a tourist. Oh yeah, you're right. There's one. Thanks. come I didn't get the... I think I have enough rubber.
You know I can't work these fancy contraption things. I can barely plug in a light bulb, let alone understand what this thing is.
Yeah, I know. I'm pushing it.
Got a flat tire, rolling over one of them prickly throats. Early dudes got your steering on backwards. Well, come on down to Stone Service Center where we'll get you fixed up faster than...
Nah. I got way too much scrap anyway.
On the corner of Dante's Drive.
Getting the lead is tempting for sure. Fuck it. Do it. You need the gas cylinder stuff, right? Not sure. Yeah, no kidding. We kind of have the same saying, but mine's a little bit more finessed. I always say better over than under. Technically the same, but more controlled. Time is it? 6:47. Okay, I'm gonna have to hurry this up. I'm already at the very edge of my limit. Go, I broke the crowbar. Yeah, I'm of the mindset where I'm always a two birds, one stone guy. I always try to make that kind of setup in anything I do. Oh my god. So I'm still just as effective as most people. I don't skimp on the standard, but I'm almost twice as fast. Less effort, double the productivity, that kind of thing. Why is the car beeping? Nice. Oh yeah. That's not good. We are in a not good situation. Shit. Well, speaking of no lag, just like our conversation before, highly recommend you start planning for a new rig. No need to go overboard. You can easily get some good stuff for the right budget. Tell me your budget. I may even be able to recommend you stuff. It's an electric squall. Oh yeah. I think I'll just go for those two science areas. And then I'm gonna go back to the base because I already 650. I cannot push too long. Need that 4090? Absolutely not, my dude. Don't do it unless you can afford it. Never buy a 90 unless you got money to burn. On the most literal sense, literally, if you can afford to wipe your butt on the toilet with money, then you can buy a 4090. If the thought of it actually hurts your soul, then never touch a 4090. It's overkill. And before the price of a 4090, one piece of it, you can already buy the rest of the computer. You don't know much about graphics card anyway, so worry. Stick around long enough and you will learn. Just keep asking the right questions. But yeah, you're gonna have to start with step 1. If you absolutely don't have any part of a desktop, you're gonna have to build the frame first, because no matter how many parts you got, no frame, then no joy, you're going nowhere. Frame means the case. So that's gonna be part of the budget. Medium or high graphics with 60 FPS, then if that's the case, the longest term possible you can hold off is no crowbar. You just buy a 4060, a 60 Ti or a 70. That's gonna net you enough performance for your target. Ouch. 70 or 60 Ti, but again, it's not as simple. You gotta balance it, because there's the difference between the brands is just the heatsink design. So that's gonna be to your taste, or should I say to your wallet, because of course the better the heatsink, the cooler the card, the longer it lasts, and the faster it goes. Because even if I recommend you a card, the availability is super sketchy, because I don't know the market on where you live. But I can just give you a general recommendation that the model you want is a 60 Ti or a 70. That's gonna give you the longest mileage. But again, we should not get stuck on the GPU side of things, because remember, you need the CPU also and the casing. So as far as CPU goes, you buy according to your budget. You want an 8-core or an 8-core CPU of the latest family that you can afford. 3060 or 4060, that's a very situational question, unfortunately. as far as performance goes in the brute force of things, 4060 will be better than the 3060, but a 4060 usually only has 8 gigabytes of VRAM. By family means the latest generation of a CPU. For example, right now, the latest family GPU of Intel is 14th gen. So ideally, you go for a 14th gen, and then for AMD, it's the 9000 series. Oh shit, how do you cancel? Press the wrong code. Yeah, so yeah. Again, if your monitor is only 60 hertz, you will never see 144, you will never see 240 FPS. So if your target goal is just 60 FPS, because you only have a 60 hertz monitor, a 4060 8 gigabyte will get you more performance for solo games. But if you're playing an open world game or an MMO game, a 30 series card can have up to 12 gigabytes of VRAM. So if you can afford a 4060 Ti 16 gigabyte VRAM, go for that. But if you're talking about a 4060 8 gigabyte, you're better off with a 3060 12 gigabyte VRAM. Because what limits the open world, the stuttery feeling, the stutters, the weird sudden jerky while you're turning thing, it's the loading of the texture onto the VRAM. So the more VRAM you have, the smoother the experience. Again, that's not a super universal thing. TI is basically just a modification kind of designation. Wherein, for example, 4060 and 4060 Ti. 4060 Ti means it's a higher grade chip that was able to clock higher than the regular 4060, because that's what the term silicon lottery means. So the better the silicon lottery, the faster they can clock the chip, and then once they find the stable max, then they're gonna classify the chip. So if the chip fails the 4070 rating, but it's higher than the 4060 rating, they will classify it as a 4060 Ti. That's a little oversimplifying it, but that's the general gist of it. Yes, in terms of performance, TIs will be better than the normal non-TI ones. TI ones is like the extra little special sauce ones, basically. It's like a happy medium because it's like they got a perfect kind of RNG roll, if you understand what that means. That the chip can sustain the clock speeds. All right. We're running back to base now. I'm almost 7 p.m. my side. I am at my hard limit. So get yourself your CPU of your choice. Minimum 8 core. That's 8 core CPU. Most games run on 4 cores. Some games can run on 8 cores. That's so better off going 8 core. Perfect. You got it. 4060 Ti 16 gigabyte when possible. 16 gigabyte VRAM. The VRAM has to be specified. Right now, if I'm gonna recommend you anything, AMD has the one up on Intel. So if you can get yourself an AMD shit. I lost something again. If you can get yourself an AMD CPU, that you should be Gucci. Oh, my back end slipped off and hit the tourists. Okay, just to review, get the most recent AMD 8-core CPU that you can afford, a 4060 Ti 16GB VRAM, and make sure you have at least 16 gigabytes of RAM, not VRAM. We're talking actual RAM. That's the CPU alone. And that would last you for years. As long as nothing blows up. Okay, let's see. What did I lose here? Surprisingly nothing. Okay, the red line there scared me. Well, any hoot nannies, I gotta run, 7 p.m. hard cap limit. Thanks for dropping by again, Rayhan. I'm not too sure. I may be streaming this game again later on. It depends on what happens in between. So until then, go do a little bit more of your research, and don't feel free to ask me once you got your own canvassing done. If you got the parts that you're planning to go for, I can do a little checkup for you. You bought the whole PC, my use 100% CPU. Don't worry, you will, man. I'm sure you will. Nah, if you bought that PC according to spec that we've been talking about, and you're playing Pacific Drive, you're probably not going to be hitting 30 or 40% for the CPU. And about 30 or 40% also for the GPU, if I'm going to be honest. So yeah, that PC is going to last for a long, long time. Alright, that's it for now. If there's anybody else out there, thank you very much. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later in the next one, if ever. Alrighty.